This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Welcome to News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. It's Wednesday, September 8th. Well, the Clark County Coroner's Office has identified the child who was killed in a two-car crash on Sunday near Pahrump. She was 5-year-old Giovanna Duran. Fire Chief Scott Lewis said that the family was from North Las Vegas. Nevada Highway Patrol said the crash happened on northbound State Highway 160 at mile marker 43 around 4 p.m. For unknown reasons, one car hit another from behind, forcing the second car into the dirt shoulder where it overturned. The child was in the overturned vehicle and that child was killed. The other 7 passengers, as well as the driver from the other car, were transported to Desert View Hospital. Well, at the previous Board of County Commissioners meeting, board members discussed opting into a government vehicle purchasing agreement with Clark County. For more, here's Matthew Davis with this story.
The big-ticket purchase of a new ambulance rig was also on the agenda for this Board of County Commissioners meeting. Commissioners discussed what would be involved for procuring a new Class 1 ambulance rig for Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and how the town would go about with that process.
There is no funding associated with this agreement. Okay, I love it already.
As stated by Commissioner Strickland, the town has no funding allocated for this purchase at this time. This is simply a motion for the town of Pahrump to participate in the municipal purchasing agreement that was already negotiated by Clark County government for ambulance rig purchases made through the vendor Fire Trucks Unlimited, LLC. The advantage to the taxpayers here in Nye County is that when the town makes the decision to purchase a new ambulance rig, the town will not need to go through the time and effort of negotiating favorable terms for vehicle purchases, since this has already been done by a much larger municipality that has the means to demand more favorable purchasing terms based on their vehicle fleet needs. The motion was adopted unanimously 5-0.
Well, if you have a student, you should be getting an EBT card in the mail. Pandemic EBT benefits are scheduled to be issued September 14th through the 23rd to students who receive free and reduced meals and attended schools that were either closed or on a hybrid schedule in the 2020-2021 school year. This year's PEBT benefit also includes some children on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, ages 0 through 6 who attended childcare and lived near schools that were either closed or on a hybrid schedule from October 2020 through June of 2021 for the months that they were SNAP eligible. The PEBT card will be mailed to children who are not already receiving SNAP with the Division of Welfare and Supportive Services. Please do not throw this card away. Benefits will be issued during the second full week of the month through December of this year. Children ages 0 through 6 who receive SNAP will have their benefits added to their SNAP card. Well, parents in Pahrump now have a new choice for pediatric care. Swartz Pediatrics has opened its doors at 1280 East Calvada Boulevard. Dr. Karen Swartz says she realized that there was a need and is happy to be able to provide some much-needed services.
After Intermountain left, we kind of, were trying to figure out what to do, and we ended up at another practice, but they didn't take all the insurances and things, so we knew there were a chunk of kids that, weren't being seen, and that just didn't seem right. So
yeah.
I've been in Pahrump for about 6 years. I started across the way with Intermountain, and then when they decided to close that clinic, we ended up going to Silver State. And then, like I said, the insurance issues, it kind of prompted me to open here. So we've got, a full staff able to start taking care of people. Basically physicals, sports physicals. In the next week or two, we'll start being able to do vaccinations. And then we don't do suturing, like sewing up stuff, but if you're kind of on the border where you aren't sure, yeah, we can take a look at it. We don't do broken bones, but we can definitely make sure you get to the right people. But yeah, your basic, your kid is sick, things like that. See them and bring them on in. I did undergraduate medical school at Ohio State, so I'm an Ohio transplant. Did residency in Virginia, and just kind of decided that, you know, I actually had a taste of rural practice when we went back to Ohio for a little bit, and except for the extent of call, I had 2 days off a month essentially. So that was just a little rough for me. But it kind of sparked it, and when this started, it's something that I feel pretty passionate about.
Well, Swartz Pediatrics is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. You can learn more on their website at swartzpeds.com or on Facebook. You can even give them a call at 775-910-7337. When we return, another grand opening.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Sunset Valley Pools. For quality service and supplies, call 775-513-4114.
Welcome back. A new office specializing in physical therapy for children is now open here in Pahrump. Therapy Blocks has been open in Las Vegas for more than 3 years. Now they're bringing their services here to our hometown. News 25 spoke with Therapy Blocks President and CEO Thomas Bowen at their grand opening event this past weekend.
So we just opened here this week. We are Therapy Blocks. We are pediatric occupational therapy, physical therapy, and speech therapy for pediatrics. We've been open in Vegas for about 3.5 years. We have one clinic. We do home care and we do telehealth as well in the city of Las Vegas. We have 58 full-time employees as therapists. It's congenital birth defects or like SMA or autism, Down syndrome. Those are our biggest ones. We also deal with cerebral palsy, even just developmentally delayed. Some children, just need a little catch up. For occupational therapy, it's about an hour, give or take a few minutes. We do a lot of fine motor, gross motor, sensory, and then daily living skills. Physical therapy will work more on balance and gross motor and strengthening the muscles, and then speech therapy will work on feeding and language as well. We work with premature babies all the way to around age 18, 19. If they're in high school, we'll continue to work with them. If there is a significant delay or a disability, most insurances will cover this.
That was so much fun. Well, Therapy Blocks is located at 1306 East Calvetta Boulevard in the Terrible's Roadhouse parking lot. You can learn more by visiting their website at lvtherapyblocks.com. Well, if you're a woman and you want to be a firefighter, here's a great opportunity to test the waters to see if it's right for you.
The Henderson Fire Department and Las Vegas Fire and Rescue is hosting its annual Women in the Fire Service workshop, October 8th through October 10th, and registration for the 3-day event is now open. The Women in Fire Service workshop allows aspiring female firefighters to understand the physical and mental job requirements through a combination of physical agility exercises, hands-on experiences with firefighter equipment, and classroom lectures. In addition to learning about fire department culture and protocols, attendees will be able to participate in other activities at the Henderson Fire Training Center and Cashman Field, including firehouse training, extrications, aerial ladder climb, physical ability tests, and rapid intervention team operations. The Women in the Fire Service workshop is a collaborative initiative between Henderson Fire Department, Las Vegas Fire and Rescue, and other fire departments across Southern Nevada to help increase female recruitment and employment. For more information about the workshop or to register, visit cityofhenderson.com. You must be at least 18 years old to register for the workshop.
Well, as you know, this Saturday marks the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. Besides the events that are happening around town, there's also going to be a neighborhood cleanup happening for the National Day of Service. We're going to be meeting at 8:30 in the morning at the Bob Reed Community Center if you'd like to help clean up. Also, Saturday, there's going to be an event happening at Petrick Park. The Kiwanis Club of the Pahrump Valley is hosting a memorial. Reva Braun spoke to News 25 about this weekend's event.
We're doing a 9/11 20th anniversary memorial this year. It is going to be on September 11th, of course, at 5 o'clock at Petrick Park. We've asked all the local pastors to come say a prayer. We have a couple of people coming in to sing. And to me, this is a very special day. I am married to a first responder from 9/11. So it's a family thing we do every year. And our MC happens to be our very own Colonel Neary for the night. Everyone's invited to come on down, bring a chair. We're hoping to have some vendors in with food. If not, bring something to eat if you get hungry. We have a lot of New Yorkers who live out here now. If they want to come on by and share their experience or just their memories, they're going to be free to come up and speak.
Well, the National Park Service and the National Weather Service announced that they have a new automated weather monitoring station now operational at one of the most unique locations on the planet, Badwater Basin in Death Valley. The public can view the new weather station's data online. Badwater Basin is the lowest point in North America and a popular tourist destination for visitors to Death Valley National Park. The new weather station is at an elevation of 219 feet below sea level. This is 26 feet lower than a similar automated weather station located at Furnace Creek's Visitor Center and that one is 193 feet below sea level. The Campbell Scientific Weather Station measures temperature, humidity, and rainfall. It records weather information at the station and transmits live data to National Weather Service distribution systems by satellite. Badwater Station's weather observations can be viewed online. You can go to go.usa.gov. That's go.usa.gov. Well, Governor Steve Sisolak has proclaimed September Fruit and Veggie Month here in the state of Nevada, and the Agriculture and Health departments are encouraging everyone to develop healthy eating habits.
The state says Fruit and Veggie Month is a time to learn and share ways to add more plants to an everyday diet for improvement of overall health and well-being. The Dietary Guideline for Americans stresses the importance of fruit and vegetable consumption and recommends consistently eating produce in all forms, including fresh, frozen, canned, and dried. However, the vast majority of Americans do not meet recommended fruit and vegetable intake, with 80% not eating enough fruit and nearly 90% not eating enough vegetables. Health experts say eating fruits and vegetables helps reduce a person's risk of and improves management of chronic diseases. Additionally, choosing local fruits and vegetables offers the benefit of less transit time from farm to table, which means the produce does not have to travel as far and can be harvested at peak quality to offer the most benefits. Department of Health and Human Services nutrition expert Sarah Rogers says Fruit and Veggie Month is a wonderful opportunity to focus on ways you can incorporate more fruits and vegetables into your everyday routine in a way that works for you and your family. She goes on to say trying new foods and having a diverse, balanced diet helps with lifelong health.
And more healthy news right after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, as students head back to school, cases of COVID-19 are popping up in classrooms across the country, which has many parents concerned. So what can they do to keep their children safe?
We are now seeing more and more children get infected and get sick, especially if they have underlying lung problems like asthma, which is extremely common, or problems with their immune system, or problems with development.
Dr. Frank Esper is a pediatric infectious disease specialist for Cleveland Clinic Children's. He says the CDC has made it a priority for kids to return to learning in person and has laid out safety recommendations for schools. The federal agency encourages all students to wear masks regardless of whether or not they have been vaccinated. Currently, only children 12 years and older are eligible for the vaccine. Hand washing and social distancing are also promoted. He knows some parents may still be hesitant about the vaccine, but says it's really going to be the best line of defense to protect your child.
These vaccines have been shown to be very effective and very safe in children. We watch everybody very closely to ensure that there are no severe side effects. But we can tell you that the infection is very severe. So when we balance the benefits and the risks, the benefits far outweigh the risks.
Common symptoms of COVID-19 in children include fever, chills, cough, nasal congestion, and loss of taste or smell. If you suspect your child is sick, you should contact your family physician.
I wonder if everybody out there likes when animals are named human names, or if they'd rather have them like names like Fluffy or something. Well, here's an animal who is named Keith. Darbie's going to introduce us to this wonderful dog at Desert Haven Animal Society.
Hi, I'm Darbie here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Keith. Keith is a 2-year-old Husky Lab mix. He is very beautiful and a very large dog. He has gorgeous eyes. One is brown and one is blue. So weird and just so cute. He is an extremely high energy dog though. Very excited to be out in the yard. If you want to come and visit with him, I would definitely recommend bringing him out to the yard. He is just an amazing little personality when he's out here. A lot of energy though, so you definitely want to be a owner who has a large yard, somebody who can play with him a lot to go and burn out some of his energy, and I would assume probably a very good fenced yard. Oh, okay, hello, yep, it's happening. He's wanting to give kisses now. Okay. Keith, now's not the time to do this. But it's such an adorable little personality, obviously. If you want to come and see Keith or any of his friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, give them a call, 775-751-7020. You can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Bye, Keith. Thank you. Thank you for the kisses.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look outside as we head into our break. There's a little bit of haze up there on those mountains. We'll find out more as far as our weather forecast right after this break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. I'm looking like Jimmy Kimmel. I got Jimmy Kimmel here today. How about that? Let's celebrate. Woohoo! All up and down the state they're celebrating in mid-90s from Fernley all the way down to Goldfield. Look at that. Beatty is heating up at 106 degrees. Getting dangerous out there in Amargosa at 112 degrees. Las Vegas, totally dangerous at 110. In Death Valley, just forget about it. It's 121. Here in the Dusky Desert Jewel, right here in the heart of the Kingdom of Nye. We're talking about P-Town, baby. 170 degrees. Wow. What are we doing? 109 earlier. Winds out of the south and west to 9 miles per hour. Bone dry. Air is 9% humidity. As the sun rose this morning at 6:21 a.m., it will extinguish all hope for the day at 7:01. Forget this day. Let's go right on tonight and right on into low temperature of 79 degrees on the low end tonight. Humidity at 17%. That smells like clouds. Is it clouds coming up? Yes, clouds. A couple days of clouds. Wind also. Look at that. Average gusts up to 17 miles per hour Thursday and Friday. As we head into the weekend, looks like the wind is calming down. Temperatures dropping a couple degrees. We're going to be hovering right at triple digits 3 out of the next 7 days, and under for those other 4. So looking at that, not a bad trend. It's starting to seem like fall around here. Looking forward to Fall Fest, and of course we'll have all those details and stuff as it gets closer. But back to the desk for now on a Wednesday. Here's Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. Well, classes are resuming at most colleges around the country, and at one there's a student whose competitive spirit and determination resulted in him getting dozens of scholarship offers. In fact, his former high school teachers and friends jokingly refer to him as the $1 Million Man. Kim Martinez reports on just what makes this remarkable student tick.
There's a much bigger story behind Jadis McGhee's Facebook post, a story of unbelievable accomplishment, competition, and brotherly love. Here's what happened in the words of his older brother, Daeton McGhee.
When he entered his senior year, we started off competing. He said, hey, bro, I'm going to get more scholarship money and more college acceptances than you.
The brothers grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Loving and competitive, they both attended Dr. Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy. The excitement you see here is one of their college signing day events, where the student body of mostly minority and lower-income kids gets to cut loose and celebrate getting into college. Jadis had so much to celebrate, he's been nicknamed the $1 Million Man.
And I was like, all right, go ahead and do it. I want to see you do it. And sure enough, he did it, so I'm proud of him.
No small accomplishment, JD managed to receive $1.6 million in scholarship offerings and was accepted to 45 different colleges and universities. He picked up the nickname Million Dollar Man and chose the college he'd been dreaming of.
The University of Wisconsin-Madison, they actually offered me a full ride.
So where did his drive and motivation come from? Well, he took a rough break, a knee injury which sidelined a potential future basketball career, and he turned himself into $1 million student instead.
At first, I was just doing enough just to make sure that I would be eligible to play. And once that knee injury happened, it was like a self-reflection of myself saying, okay, if that's out the picture now, if you might not play basketball again, what else can you do?
It turns out academics are his real future, and thanks to his hard work, his older brother's encouragement, and of course the staff at Dr. Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy.
What works here is that we hire adults who are 100% committed to mentoring students and guiding them through learning, guiding them through teenage difficulties, guiding them through all kinds of situations. That mentorship, I think, makes a difference.
As for JD, he's got a bit of advice to offer others.
If you stay in that consistent mindset where you got to get this done, this done, this done, then it just really becomes a natural habit for you to stay in that mindset.
A mindset with a big payoff. Kim Martinez reporting.
All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Good night.